Raven Felix. I'm a rapper from the Valley, and we are in Mission Hills in one of my favorite food places.
Ever since I was little, they always called me a rebel, cause growing up all I listened to was hip-hop and heavy metal.
You know, for me, rapping it's cool. It's just as cool as like singing and stuff like that, but I feel like there's so much more that you can say. There's so much more you can say in rap music other than like in like a, you know, R&B song or something like that. I think it's kind of more like descriptive, and you can get away with so much more. I dropped out of high school when I was in 10th grade and didn't finish high school because my mom lost her job, so I got my own job and, you know, started supporting my family and stuff like that. So I didn't really get into doing music until way later, until I was like 17. I grew up like with a lot of my godmother and like my aunt and stuff like that. They were singers, but they were like singers and they like played guitar and like used to do like shows at the Roxy and stuff like that. So I grew up like around music always, and you know, in school the natural thing to do was just to get into musical theater because like it was like the only thing that was really like the singing thing and stuff, and that was just something that I was interested in. But it was definitely something that I was interested in, and I loved it when I was in it, and then I kind of grew apart from it because of like, you know, musical theater kids are kind of different from like what I grew up like. You know, I started drinking very young, I started doing drugs very young. I was like kind of like a rebellious kid, so I kind of grew out of it in that sense, but I loved it for the time I was in it. I think it's definitely given me a lot of like experience with like being on stage and like knowing how to like, you know, just be a performer and like do stuff like that. So I'm like thankful for it for sure.
You could call me the it girl, better yet call me the hit girl. Yo man, can you call me the hit girl?
I think Hispanic people in general are, and especially Hispanic people that grew up in LA, we're always influenced by hip hop because it's something that we grew up with and it's something that we know, but it's not something that us ourselves are really included in, you know? So it's like knowing who Snoop Dogg was and knowing all the great like Snoop Dogg songs and knowing all that stuff is like, it's so part of like Hispanic culture too. It's very important to us, you know, which is why I think it's so important for Hispanic people to be more involved in like the hip hop community.